something that I struggle with for so long. Feeling my freaking feelings. Like, I'm an Aries, right? So I'ma just, okay, well, how we get through this? Okay, like, we're not gonna spend too much time on this. I got 48 hours and I'm moving on. But having that attitude has gotten me here. Like, I'm turning 30 and I'm like, well, who the hell are you? Like, who are you? And I thought that the only way I can truly be honest with myself is if I'm honest with you, right? With you guys. That elevating with K means not just building a business. Doesn't mean like follow me on the journey to $1 million. It's like follow me on the journey to growth, to becoming a better person, to acknowledging that in order to be great at every area of my life, I have to work on every area of my life. Hey y'all, so to be completely honest, I had no idea what I wanted to talk about today. I have not been wanting to record. I just haven't been feeling like myself. So I thought, well, most people share the highlight reels of their life and things like that. But if you guys allow me to be a little bit vulnerable during this episode, and truly elevate with me, so to kind of understand what I've been going through, and me sharing this, I hope that this is going to help somebody else and help me navigate through it. So if you're looking for credit tips, if you're looking for a way to speed up your journey with credit, this isn't the video for you. But if you're truly been going through something and you want it to be a safe space, how I want this to be a safe space, then I think this is the video for you. So let's get into it. It's your girl K650 Credit, and today we're talking about life has just simply been lifing. Nothing more, nothing less. All right, y'all. So to be completely honest, I've been burnt out. Like, completely burnt out. I am not motivated to record. I'm not motivated to work. I'm not motivated to do nothing. The only thing I want to do is go to the gym and come home and curl into a ball. But as I started to reflect on what I've been feeling and why I've been feeling like this in the space I've been feeling, a few things came to mind. So one has been, I hit my 3-year anniversary of being a full-time entrepreneur. I have not worked for anybody in 3 years. It's the 5-year anniversary of building my company, and I'm turning 30. Now, I know to most people it's like, oh, you're a baby. But to me, I'm like, holy shit, I'm turning 30. And to be completely honest, I feel like I'm mourning. Like, I feel sad. I feel uncomfortable. I'm just like, whoa, this is not what I thought turning 30 was going to feel like. So a couple of things that I decided to do leading up to my 30th birthday. And if you're watching this, by the time it drops, I'll be 10 days away from my 30th birthday. But leading up to 30, I feel like God has really said, listen, this next chapter of your life is going to be one that you literally wrote page by page. This is not going to be a chapter that just happened to you. It's not going to be a chapter that others created for you. This is going to be all about you. And when I've been like sitting here and listening to what God has been saying to me. Um, my 20s was dope, right? I did like some cool stuff in my 20s. I traveled the world, all types of stuff. But one thing I didn't do that this next chapter is going to be like the heartbeat is I never took the time to get to know myself. Like my whole identity has been surviving. My mother going to jail. I was in I dated, was in relationships forever. I was always consumed with everything and everybody else but myself. I never took a second to say, well, what does this story look like if I write it? Right? So I don't know if you guys have gone through this, have felt this, or can even acknowledge this, but I literally sometimes look in the mirror and I'm like, who the hell am I looking at? And since January, to be honest, I've been going through some weird stuff, like weird stuff. To say the least, I've lost a bunch of friends, like a bunch of friends, and I don't think any one of us was wrong or right. I think it just was one of those things that had to happen, right? Um, I lost a relationship that was really close to me, that probably should have ended a long time ago, but you keep at something that you probably shouldn't be keeping at. Um, I just, it's been a lot of loss, like a lot of loss. And it feels like I'm literally mourning. And then I'm turning 30. And when turning 30, I thought my life was going to look a lot different than what it's looking. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm successful in a lot of areas. I'm so grateful that I've been able to build a six-figure brand. I'm so grateful that I get to say I'm celebrating my 3-year anniversary of being a full-time entrepreneur. I'm grateful for even being able to say I've been in business for 5 years. But I realized, and I was at church the other day, that the way I've built a business is not the way I can build my real personal life. Like the tools that it took to build a six-figure brand is not the tools that I can use to build my personal life. And to be honest with you, I was trying to build my personal life the same way I built my business. And baby, that thing came crashing down. I'm successful in business, but my personal life is in shambles. And some people are like, this is all happening for the good, but in my heart, it hurts. It's bothering me. I'm sad most of the time, right? And I haven't been wanting to do anything. Like, I'm going through the motions, right? So I decided that I'm not going to try to build my personal life the same way I have built my business. I need more tools. I need help. So what I decided to do was go back to therapy. I went back to therapy, and when I tell you guys, this is my third time going back to therapy. And with going back to therapy, to be honest with you, it has literally saved my freaking life. Like I didn't realize, people talk about the shadow work you have to do, and most of us run from it, right? Most of us run from the shadow work and getting to know ourselves. And I was one of those people. Like I feel like, well, I'm successful in business. I'm doing well. I got this all figured out. But the truth is, I don't. Like I literally don't have it all figured out. And you get on social media and it's easy to portray like you got it all together. But in reality, when the cameras go off, the tips of the day go, like, it's like, do I really know what I'm doing? Like, what does it look like to be Raquel? And when I decided to go back to therapy, it really opened up a can of worms that I didn't even know I was running from. And when I thought about what I was going to record, I was like, I can get up here and talk about credit. I can get up here and act like everything's okay. Or I can just be honest with you guys and let you know that it's okay to be human. It's okay to feel your feelings. And that's something that I struggle with for so long. Feeling my freaking feelings. Like I'm an Aries, right? So I'm gonna just, okay, well, how we get through this? Okay. Like, we're not gonna spend too much time on this. I got 48 hours and I'm moving on. But having that attitude has gotten me here. Like, I'm turning 30 and I'm like, well, who the hell are you? Like, who are you? And I thought that the only way I can truly be honest with myself is if I'm honest with you, right? With you guys. That elevating with K means not just building a business. Doesn't mean like follow me on the journey to $1,000,000. It's like follow me on the journey to growth, to becoming a better person, to acknowledging that in order to be great at every area of my life, I have to work on every area of my life. I can't just show you guys the great business side of me and not show you guys the vulnerable personal side that struggles. That is okay to say that I don't got this part all figured out yet. And I'm working on it. I've made a vow to myself to take away all the things that are not positive in my life, things that are causing me to be a different version than what I want for myself and what God wants for me, and truly focus on what it means to be Raquel. I want to walk this next decade of my life authentically, unapologetically myself, and I want to be in the most positive mindset in the process. Um, and I realized I can't do that in a relationship. I can't do that with people around me that don't align with my journey. This part of my life, I want to do this part the way Raquel wants to do it. I want to be able to cultivate relationships that are authentic to me, not forced upon me, or not because I'm lonely or whatever that may look like. I just want to do this version my way and God's way. And as scared as I am to turn 30, is also as happy as I am to turn 30, because the way life has been kicking my ass, I know that I'm now willing to grow and go through what I'm feeling, and I'm not afraid of it anymore. Like, I'm okay. We're all good. We're not going to hide behind relationships. We're not going to hide behind people. We're not going to hide behind a business. We are literally going to be unapologetically intentional about the next phase of my life. And I'm excited to become a better version of me. I am proud of me, but I know there's so much more that I have to offer. And I think me even telling you guys and recording this video is the first step into my healing journey. I'm doing great, but I know I could be doing more. And I know that the more is going to come from me being real with what is happening to me and not being afraid to share the not so glamorous parts of me. Um, but I'm turning 30, y'all, and I'm going to record an episode with my best friend on my 30th birthday, to talk about how we even got here, right? How we built K650 and what K650 is going to be like going forward. But I didn't want to talk about credit today because I'm not in that space, right? Um, I even thought about taking a social media break. I thought about it all, but I thought, well, why are we gonna run from this? This is a part of life too. So, at least let's just share it. Let's just be honest about it. I don't got it all figured out, but I'm working on it. And every day I'm being intentional about the growth. So your girl's turning 30. She's going through some things. She's very uncomfortable, but I promise you that I'm happy in the uncomfortability that I'm feeling. So this is a true episode of Elevate with Kay, and I want you guys to know that if you're feeling uncomfortable about anything, you're not alone. It's okay. Embrace it. Go to therapy. Talk to God. Whatever you have to do to get through it. But just know that if you never intentionally try to get through it, it's never going to change. And that's where I am now. For the first time in my life, I'm willing to say, you know what? I'm going to feel all the pain that comes along with this journey. And when I finish this, I know I'm going to be untouchable. So it's your girl K650. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Leave a comment. If you're struggling with anything, I want to know. I want to talk to you. Because look, I want to know that I'm not crazy and alone in this either. So yeah, I'll see you guys in another episode.